Active action with communities is a framework to support our communities in whānau to make change at scale and pace. It puts whānau at the centre of everything, and we look to elevate that whānau voice to actually work out what is really needed, and we partner with many other organisations to make that happen. The Lead with Stories workshop with Jehan Casanaro is one of the examples of how we can actually capture that whānau voice and work with leaders to also work with their whānau and communities on the ground and bring things to life to make it more meaningful. So those that are actually making changes at the centre can actually know what it is that needs to change.
During COVID, we've been surrounded by a lot of bleak, hopeless, disempowering stories. And that's a problem because we rely on good stories to tell us how to behave, how to act, and how to relate to each other. So this is really important for leaders, because if you can be a good storyteller, then you're able to influence hearts and minds. And if you can do that, you can really achieve positive change in your community.
Lead with Stories will help communities by giving power to the communities. They'll be able to share what's important to them, to tell the decision makers about their priorities, so that they can get what they need to live flourishing lives.
So my call to action, having attended this workshop, is around elevating other people's stories, giving them safe spaces to tell those stories, and to elevate those stories to create change within not just the organisations that I work for, but just in the community as well, that we can be more impactful. And my other change that I really want to see as a result of this workshop is to see, I guess if you like, key characters connecting with each other and creating that change.
Top two takeaways for me from this workshop were that everybody's got a story and we need to hear those stories. And the second thing, which for me is so important as a leader, is that leaders have a responsibility to create safe spaces for people to tell their stories, so that we can hear those stories and learn and adjust and change the way we think because of what other people are experiencing.
Allowing the opportunities for whānau and communities to share their stories will really help us flip the script. A lot of the time in health we focus on negative stories and shortcomings of communities and where they're lacking, the issues in communities, and really flipping the script and focusing on the strengths in communities and the resilience in communities will really help us shift the needle on addressing some of the disparities that we have in health.